Myself Nimisa Patel, Assistant Professor in Electrical Department of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. I deliver a video lecture on Power System 2. Its subject code is 3150911. Its subject in third year 5th sem. Flow of contents, conservation of complex power, per phase analysis, balanced three-phase power and examples. First we see the conservation of complex power. The conservation of complex power for a network supplied dependent source all the same at the same frequency. The sum of the complex power supplied by the independent sources equals the sum of complex power received by all the other branches of the network. Implied in the preceding statement is the assumption that all the voltages and currents are sinusoidal. For this theorem, we have the assumption the voltages and currents are sinusoidal and when network supplied by independent sources. Which sources? Independent sources supplied the network at the same frequency, then sum of complex power supplied by the independent sources equal to the sum of complex power received by the other branches of the network. For a single sources, the elements in series, the proof of the theorem is immediately by using Kirchhoff's voltage law. When elements of network are connected in series, then we prove this network by using Kirchhoff's law, and when elements in parallel, we prove the theorem of conservation of complex power by using of Kirchhoff's current law. In general case, the most direct proof use Talangen's theorem. This theorem may be found in circuit theory textbook. We emphasize that the theorem states that conservation apply to reactive power as well as the active power. We see the theorem in this diagram. In this diagram, we see the network N1 and N2. N2 has three sources, S1, S2 and S3. So here is the S is equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3 because of conservation of complex power. Okay. In applying the theorem, we frequently find the convenient to replace part of the network by an equivalent independent sources. For example, assuming no coupling between N1 and N2 in figure, we see the figure except through the terminals as shown, we replace N1 by a source, okay, and the source is either the voltage V1 or the current I1 at the terminal interface. Then applying the theorem to N2, we see the diagram, okay, for applying the only for N2, okay. Here we consider the independent sources and applying for N2 this theorem, then S1 plus S2 plus S3 is equal to summation of Si. Summation of ISI. Okay. When on the right side of the individual branches side N2 and we sum of the all complex power derived to the individual branches N2. Okay. Next is conservation of complex power. This replacement of a network or branch by a source equal to either the voltage or current the network or branch supplies is physically very reasonable under the condition assumed. In circuit theory textbooks, the replacement of the subject of so-called substitution theorem. This theorem is also known as substitution theorem and it will be convenient to refer to it by that name. The replacement of the network or branch source equal to either the voltage or current the network or branch supplies is physically very reasonable. Okay, we see the diagram and the conservation complex theorem. Next is a balanced three-phase theorem. Assume that we are given a balanced three-phase system with all load and sources in star connected, and in the circuit model there is no mutual inductance between phases. Then first all the neutrals are at the same potentials. The phases are completely decoupled and all the corresponding network variables occur in balance set of the same sequence as the sources. Means here this is the assumption, and then for this assumption we prove this. Okay, assumption is what is balanced three-phase system, all load and sources are connected in star manner. In the circuit model there is no mutual inductance between phases. That time all the neutrals are at the same potential. The phases are completely decoupled and all corresponding network variables occurs in balance set of the same sequence, negative sequence or positive sequence as the sources. Okay. Next is method per analysis. Per analysis method. We see the what is per analysis method. We next turn to the method of per phase analysis. Given a balanced three-phase network with no mutual inductance between phases, which are given the balanced three-phase system and not a mutual inductance between phases. So convert all data connected sources and load into equivalent star connection. First what we do, convert all delta connected sources and load into equivalent star connection because of our three-phase theorem applicable for star connected. So solve the desired phase a variable using the phase A circuit with all neutral connected. Okay, first we decide the phase A variables and find the variables of phase A. Then after we find the B and C. So we see the phase B and phase C variables can then be determined by inspection. Subtract 120 and 240 degree respectively from the phase angles found in step 2 in the usual case of positive sequence sources. Add 120 and 240 in the case of negative sequence sources. If sources are positive sequence, then what we do? Subtract phase A value by subtract 120 and 240 degree respectively, and if the negative sequence sources, that add 120 and 240 respectively. Okay, if necessary go back to the original circuit to find line variables or variables internal to delta connections. If we have not find step 1, step 2 and step 3, then we go to network. Okay, given network and then we find the variables of phase A, phase B and phase C. Now balanced three-phase power. One of the important advantages of balanced three-phase operation is that the instantaneous power delivered to a load is constant. What is instantaneous power delivered to a load is constant? We will show this in a moment, as three-phase is equal to VA IA conjugate plus VB IB conjugate plus VC IC conjugate. Okay, since we are assuming that VA, VB, VC and IA, IB, IC occurs in balanced sets, we can write for the positive sequence cases as three phase is equal to what is VAIA conjugate plus VBIB conjugate plus VCIC conjugate. Here we find we have a positive sequence case. So we write the VB and IB, VC and IC in form of VA. So we write the as three phase is equal to what is VAIA conjugate plus VA e raised to minus j 2 pi by 3 into IA conjugate e raised to j 2 pi by 3 plus VA e raised to j 2 pi by 3 and IA conjugate e raised to minus j 2 pi by 3. So here is what is S three phase is equal to 3 VA IA. So S three phase is equal to what is 3S. Balance three phase power. Where S is the per phase complex power, the negative sequence case gives the same result. Thus, to calculate the total three phase power, we can find the phase A power, okay, by per phase analysis and simply multiply by 3. Then we find the total complex power. Next, we calculate the instantaneous three phase power. Now, P three phase of T is equal to VA of T, IA of T plus VB of T, IB of T plus VC of T into IC of T. Now here we write the VI. Okay. Put the equation and VI, take VI common, cos phi plus cos 2 omega t plus with angle V plus with angle I. Then VB and IB plus V and I common, in the bracket cos phi plus cos in the bracket 2 omega t plus with angle V plus with angle I minus 4 pi by 3 and VC and IC plus V into I common, in the bracket cos phi plus cos in the bracket 2 omega t plus angle V plus angle I plus 4 pi by 3. So here equation become 3 VI cos phi. Here is the VI cos phi is what is P. So here is the P three phase of T is equal to 3P. Okay. The easiest way to check that the double frequency terms cancel is to add the phasor representation. Okay. In here double frequency means cos 2 omega t plus with angle V plus angle I and cos 2 omega t plus angle V plus angle I minus 4 pi by 3 and cos 2 omega t plus angle V plus angle I and 4 pi by 3 are cancels. Okay. The fact that the instantaneous power delivered to the load is constant should be contrasted with the case of single phase power. An advantage of constant power for supplying AC motor is that it is consistent with constant speed and torque. Okay, when we supply AC motor constant power, then we take this constant speed and constant torque. Okay, with single phase motors there are torque pulsation accomplishing the power pulsation that can be troublesome in some application. Thus have yet another advantage of three phase supply over a single phase supply. Okay. Now example 2.1, for Z equal to j omega L, calculate Q, calculate the instantaneous power into L and compare. Now what is calculate Q? Now we have a z is equal to j omega l. Only we give the z is equal to j omega l. So s is equal to equation what is v multiplication by I conjugate. So now in terms of I, v is equal to I into z. So equation become z into I square. So here z into I square it is equal to z is equal to what is j omega l. It is given. So put the value of z. So s is equal to j omega l into I square. Now j omega l into I square it is what is s. But s is equal to what is p plus j q. Now j term is imaginary and in s complex power imaginary part is reactive power q. Now so here is q is equal to what is imaginary of s is equal to omega l into I square. Okay. Now next is suppose that the current is given by it is equal to root 2I cos omega t plus theta. Then now what is we find the P of t instantaneous power. Okay, this time current given is I of t is equal to what is root t I cos omega t plus theta. Then Vt what is we have a equation v of t is equal to L di by dt. Now put the equation root 2I cos omega t plus theta. Then what is L is constant, so write the L. Root 2 is constant, so write the root 2. Now I is also constant, the write I. Now derivation of cos omega t plus theta is equal to minus sin omega t plus theta. So here give the sign minus and sin omega t plus theta. Again derivation of omega t is equal to omega t. Sorry, omega. So here write the omega. So equation become v of t is equal to minus root 2 omega l into I sin omega t plus theta. Now what is instantaneous power? P of t is equal to v of t into I of t. Now multiplication of these two equation minus root 2 into root 2 means 2 omega l and I multiplication I square. Now sin omega t plus theta into cos omega t plus theta. Now equation of 2 sin omega t plus theta into cos omega t plus theta is equal to what is sin 2 omega t plus theta. Okay, so equation become minus omega l I square sin 2 in the bracket omega t plus theta. Now comparing the result, now q is equal to what is q is equal to omega l into I square. So in instantaneous power equation, put the equation of omega l I square is equal to q. So here is the in C, P of t is equal to equation become the what is minus q sin 2 in the bracket omega t plus theta. So here is the q is the amplitude or maximum value of the instantaneous power into n. Okay, we have a equation of I is equal to what is Im sin omega t. That times we say the Im is the maximum value of the current, instantaneous current, and V is equal to Vm sin omega t. That times we say the Vm is equal to what is maximum voltage of instantaneous voltage. So from here equation become P of t is equal to minus q sin 2 omega t plus theta. So here what is we say minus q is the what is maximum value of instantaneous power in the network. So in this example we see the instantaneous power and average power. In inductor average power is 0 and instantaneous power is equal to P of t and its maximum value is q. Okay. Now next example is consider a network of driving point impedance Z and find expression for P and Q. Find P of T in terms of P and Q, and suppose that the network is a series RLC. Interrupt the result in part B. Now what is find expression of P and Q? Now what is P and Q? Active power and reactive power, and combination of this is complex power. So S is equal to what is P plus JQ. We have an equation. So now we find the S is equal to VI conjugate, and here Z is given. So we write the V in form of I. So IZ into I. So here the equation becomes REZ I square plus J Im Z I square. Re means real and Im means imaginary. So P is equal to what is real part of Z I square. Real part of S is the Z I square cos with angle Z, and Q is equal to imaginary of Z I square is equal to Z I square into sine of angle Z. Okay. Next is B. It is convenient to choose I of t. Now I of t is equal to what is root 2I cos omega t. Then V of t become what is root 2 Zi cos omega t plus with angle Z. Using trigonometric identities, we have P of t is equal to V of t into I of t. Now multiplication of IT and V of t is equal to what is Zi square cos omega t plus with angle Z into cos omega t. Now V of t and multiplication of I of t is equal to 2 Z I square cos omega t plus with angle Z and cos omega t. Now 2 cos omega t plus with angle Z and cos omega t. That means 2cc का इक्वेशन क्या होता है? Equation becomes c plus c. That means Zi square cos omega t plus with angle Z minus omega t. Now omega t cancels, so we have a cos with angle Z plus cos omega t plus with angle Z plus omega t. That means cos 2 omega t plus with angle Z. Okay. Now Zi square cos angle Z plus cos A plus B. Cos A plus B means cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Okay. So here equation become cos 2 omega t plus with angle Z is equal to cos 2 omega t cos angle Z minus sin 2 omega t sin angle Z. So here is Zi square is equal to what is P, and cos with angle Z is common. So Zi square cos Z in the bracket 1 plus cos 2 omega t minus sin with angle sin 2 omega t. Now what is cos angle is equal to P, and Zi square cos angle Z is equal to P, and Zi square sin angle Z is equal to Q. So equation become P 1 plus cos 2 omega t minus Q sin 2 omega t. In this case Z is equal to R plus J omega L plus 1 upon J omega C. Means here is the consider the circuit with RLC component. From part A we find the P is equal to Ri square and Q is equal to QL plus QC. Now Q is equal to what is? QL is equal to omega L I square and QC is equal to minus 1 upon omega C into I square. Add this reactive power into L and C respectively. Thus we can write the what is P of T is equal to, in this equation, Q, write the Q is equal to QL plus QC. So equation become P of T is equal to P in the bracket 1 plus cos 2 omega t minus QL sin 2 omega t minus QC sin 2 omega t. Okay. Next is the first term is in the instantaneous power into R. Okay. And second and third terms are the instantaneous power into L and C respectively. It is interesting to note that Q is equal to QL plus QC is equal to 0 if omega square LC is equal to 1. That means XL minus XC is equal to 0. That means XL is equal to XC. That time QL plus QC is equal to 0. Now example of 2.3 means third example. These loads are connected in parallel. 3 loads are connected in parallel. 1, 2 and 3. We see the diagram. And supply across a 480 volt RMS. Now load 1 absorb 12 kilowatt and 6.667 kVAR. Okay, kilowatt that means active power and kVAR means reactive power. That means P plus JQ is equal to what is? Now first load is in rectangular form 12 plus J 6.67. Okay, and load 2 absorb 4 kVA at 0.96 power factor. That means here what is given? 4 kVA means apparent power with angle 0.96 power factor. That means here load 2 given in the polar form. Here is rectangular form. Here is the polar form. And here third is absorbed 15 kilowatt at unity power factor. Okay, kilowatt that means active power factor, active load. So here the 3 loads are given in different form. Okay, and what is find the impedance that is equivalent to the 3 parallel load. 3 parallel load when connected, the 3 load are in parallel, that equivalent impedance is we find, calculate. Now next is what is given? S1 given is equal to 12 plus J 6.667 kVA and S2 is equal to 4 cos 5 means 0.96 minus J sin 5 means sin with angle cos inverse 0.96 kVA. So equation become S2 is equal to 3.84 minus J 1.12 kVA and S3 is equal to 15 plus J 0 kVA. So S total is equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3. That means total of active power and reactive power. Equation become 30.84 plus J 5.547 kVA. The equivalent impedance can be found as a series combination or parallel combination. First we find the series combination. The equation become what is? Z is equal to V square by P. V square by S. So here the value of V is equal to what is? 480 whole square into 10 raised to minus 3 and 30.84 plus J 5.547 is a total S. So equation become what is? 7.237 minus J 1.3016 ohm. So when series combination given, that times Z is equal to 7.237 minus J 1.3016. Okay. Next is when parallel combination. R is equal to what is? Parallel combination means V square by, only magnitude we take, the R is equal to V square by what is? V square by total impedance P, X is equal to V square by Q and Z is equal to equation R plus JX, means R and X is parallel. So Z is equal to what is 7.4708 parallel J 41.535 means 1 upon 7.4708 plus 1 upon J 41.535 ohm. Okay, this is a parallel combination of impedance Z. Now example number 2.5. For the circuit shown in figure, find S2 in terms of S1, C and V. What is given? The diagram is given, and what is find? S2 find in form of S1, C and V. So we have find the S1, C and V using the theorem conservation of complex power. S1 is equal to what is? S1 minus S2 is equal to S3. Because of here direction between S1 and S2 are same. So we write the S1 minus S2 is equal to S3. Now S3 what is? S3 is equal to V into conjugate I. Now we find the I in form of V. So V Y conjugate into V conjugate. So equation become J minus J omega C V square. Now S2 is equal to S1 plus J omega C V square. Okay, S2 is equal to, now equation become, we find the S2. So S2 is equal to what is? S1 is equal to S1 plus S3. So S2 is equal to S1 plus J omega C into V square. Now P2 is equal to P1. P2 is equal to what is? P1. So Q2 is equal to Q1 plus omega C into V square. Imaginary part are same. So we remove the imaginary part. So Q2 is equal to what is? We have a Q1 plus omega C into V square. We note that Q2 greater than Q1. Thus it is responsible and convenient to consider C as a source of reactive power. Okay. Now next example is, consider the circuit shown in diagram. Assume that V2 is equal to V1 and so that S2 is equal to minus S1 conjugate. Okay, now in circuit given the S1 and S2 sources and inductor. Now using this complex conjugated power theorem, S1 plus S2 is equal to what is? V into I conjugate. Okay, so equation become J omega L into I square. Here also P1 plus P2 is equal to 0 because of here given the inductor. Okay, so Q1 plus Q2 is equal to omega L into I square. So now using V2 is equal to V1, S1 is equal to V1 I conjugate, that S2 is equal to what is? Put the value minus V2 into I conjugate. So S1 is equal to S2. So P1 square is plus Q1 square is equal to P2 square plus Q2 square. But since P2 is equal to P1, we get Q2 is equal to Q1. As a consequence, Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to 1/2 omega L I square. We have finally P2 is equal to minus P, because P1 plus P2 is equal to 0 is given, and Q2 is equal to Q1 is equal to S2 is equal to what is? Minus S1. We see here in equation. Okay. Now equations given in this session is, first, explain theorem of conservation of complex power, explain three-phase balance theorem, write the steps for per phase analysis, and derive the equation of three-phase power. Okay. Thank you.